Let me go ahead and zoom in over to the terminal over here and bring you all in close and show you where we're at. It's a big airport. Well, fairly big. It's not bad. Let's go all the way down to where we are. And give me a shout out. Let me know if you guys have any issues with the sound quality or anything like that while the stream is going on. If anything is too low or too loud, let me know. Okay. And here we go. Yeah, this is a good airport. I love it. It's an awesome airport. All right, here we are at the gate with the Zibo B737-800. I'm going to get started right away. Let me stop panning around. But I do have the RG mod, by the way. If you could see, you got the split scimitars. You also have the Wi-Fi hump on the back, which Southwest has on all their planes. So with the RG mod, you get all that stuff with it. Also get some detail in the speed brakes when they pop up. And just overall handling of the airplane is good. So something that I like. All right. Let me go ahead and jump in the cockpit here. And as you can tell, windows are fogged up. So we got to start up cold and dark. And I haven't done cold and dark in a while, but come up here. Go ahead, turn on the battery. That's good. Turn on the standby power. And if we check the voltage in the battery, you got full voltage, 24 volts here. And get some power to the airplane and go ahead and start up the APU. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Got the low pressure. Turn on one of the fuel pumps just to help out the APU. And while that's being started up, I'll turn on the window heat here in a sec. We'll do the ground power. That will give us some power so we can turn on this park brakes so we don't drift. And here comes the APU. And here comes the jet bridge. Awesome. All right, let's get the windows cleaned up here. Turn on the window heat. Warm it up and see. Let's take a look. Outside temperatures right now 0 degrees. So yeah, that's cold. So this is going to take a while to clear up, and actually it starts clearing up already, which is perfect. Come up here, start align the IRSs right away. Take it over to nav, on bat DC, align. Same thing for the second one there. There you go. Alright, so while that's being aligned, turn on the no smoking sign right away, because if you're going to be fuel, you don't want anybody smoking on the airplane. Here we go. Turn on the position lights to steady for now. Beautiful, that's coming up. And once the APU is available, looks like it is, we'll just switch it over to APU gens. And we're going to have to warm up the cabin also, so turn on the APU bleed. We got both packs on. Here comes the pressure rising on the APU on the packs, which is good. And we'll leave the temperature there. It's on auto, so should start warming up the cabin. Right now it's 0 degrees, and duct pressure is going to be rising here shortly. And we'll come back and check the temperature, make sure everything is cool. All right, so that's good to go right there. Now, while we're aligning IRSs, let's go ahead and put in the position. Pausing it. We are at KPDX, Portland, Oregon. Okay, go over to page 2. GPS left, grab that, come back to page 1, set the position there. Alright, and we got it. I do put my IRS on fast align. I don't want to wait 10-15 minutes for that to come up. So I always do that so it comes up real quick. Also destination KSFO, San Francisco, we're going to be going over to. There you go. And it's going to be Southwest SWA 2806. Flight number. Alright. And we're going to put in the route shortly. But before we do that, a couple of things we got to do. Alright, so window heat's coming up. Let me just check the cabin temperature, make sure that's rising too. APU bleeds on, packs are on, and it's going to take a while for the cabin to warm up. Let me just do this real quick. Turn on the trim air. Alright, there we go. I'm going to also bring on the electrical pumps too while we're at it. Got to bring up the ATIS for Portland, see what it's doing. Let me go ahead and bring that up here real quick, if you guys can hear it.
Ceiling 4,200 broken. Temperature 0. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3021. Visual approach runway 10 left, 10 right, in use. Departing runway 10 left, 10 right. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Advise on initial contact you have Bravo. Portland International Information Bravo. 1553 Zulu. Wind, 130 at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 700. 1,200 scattered. Ceiling 4,200 broken. Temperature 0. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3021. Visual approach runway 10 left, 10 right, in use. Departing runway 10 left, 10 right. Read back.
Alright, so we have Bravo. That's the ATIS. If you guys fly on Pilotedge, you can always bring up the ATIS by going to myflightroute.com and it will play it. So, 3021 on the altimeter. Let me go ahead and set that here. There we go. And that also sets it automatically on the Copilot side, which I'm glad that Zibo instituted on. Alright, so we got the ATIS. I did file the flight plan already with Pilotedge. I'm going to call them up here shortly and check and make sure that we get the clearance. But look, see the heat's coming up. Duct pressure is good and duct heat, and then the cabin temperature is good. So it's set up. So the cabin is warming up. They're going to appreciate that. And let me come down here and also just start the loading process with these Fmod sounds. I love it. Flight control, there we go. Start. There we go. Open the door so I can hear the loading. There it is. Good. And if the sounds are too low or too high, guys, let me know and I'll adjust it for you, okay? Alright, let me look up the ground frequency here for Portland. I use Navigraph charts for all of this stuff. And if you're just joining us today, guys, we are in Portland, Oregon, and we're going to do Portland, San Francisco. It's beautiful scenery by Mr. X with ortho scenery. And all right, so clearance is 120.125. Let's put that in. Alright, and make sure volume is good so we can hear Pilotedge. And let me go ahead and do a quick call up and see if they can hear us. Portland clearance delivery, Southwest 2806 radio check.
Southwest 2806, Portland clearance, loud and clear.
Roger. Alright, let me just check over my flight plan here before we call up for clearance, see what's going on. Alrighty.
Morning, Olympia.com 2499 IFR to Eugene, please, with the weather.
DOCOM 2499, Olympia ground, good morning, clearance on request, standby.
Portland clearance, Southwest 2806, requesting IFR clearance to San Francisco.
Southwest 2806, Portland clearance number 2 on request. Standby.
All right, number 2 for the clearance. I really don't use a checklist per se with the airplane at all. Try not to, just try to go off of my own memory. Sometimes I do screw it up, sometimes I don't, but if you guys see anything, let me know. Alright, let's go to our init ref. Nope. Let's go to our route page number 2. We'll start plug that in as soon as we get clearance. Want to make sure everything that I've filed is what we're going to get on this airplane. And let's see, in the meantime, overhead panel is set up so far. APU is running. We're on APU gens. Cabin temperature is good. We're on ground. What altitude did we file? I think we filed flight level 380. Let me verify that. Or was it 370? You know what? We only filed 330. Probably ask for a higher altitude later on once we get there. So let's set this for 330 for now, before we forget to set that. I gotta arm the emergency lights there. Almost forgot to do that. And in the meantime, we can turn on all the cabin utilities for the galley and the passenger seats. So they can have that.
Clear to Eugene Airport, Yelm 3 departure, vectors to Olympia VOR, and then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 3000. Departure frequency 120.4, squawk 4557.
Good to Eugene, the Yelm 3 departure, radar vectors to the Olympia VOR, then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 3000. Departure 120.4, squawk 4557, DOCOM 2499.
DOCOM 2499, readback correct. Expect runway 35.
Roger.
Alright, should be my turn to get my clearance. Hopefully it's as I filed it, would be nice. Or he's probably going to update it and give me something else, hopefully not. Alright, he's working on it. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in my route here until he calls up and say I'm ready to go. Mini 5 departure is what I'm using. I'm going to use FAMUK, F-A-M.
Right, okay, Mike Charlie. Looks like you're on the mist there. Just verify.
K.
Yes, sir. We had to go.
And from FAMUK, we're going to do the Quebec 3 airway.
Okay, Mike Charlie, K. Roger. Fly the published mist approach and contact Amarillo departure 1100.5.
FOWND.
Published miss and 119.5, 8 Charlie.
Delta, there we go. And then we're going to do direct Malbec, MLBC. Alright, so that's going to be the route. I'm going to activate that. Departure, it's going to be the Mini 5, but runway. They give us from the ATIS, it's going to be either 10 left or right. Let's see what side of the airport we're on. So if we're in that side of the airport, I would say we are going to be doing runway 10 right, I hope. Yep, I hope it's 10 right. And he might change it, of course. Alright, activate that for 10 right. FAMUK transition. Execute that. And then the arrival. Based on what SimBrief has given us, we should be landing on 28 right in San Francisco. Yeah, that's normally a 28 right or 28 left, and that's the Bodega 2 arrival. Bodega 2, Malbec transition.
Alright, to make Charlie, Amarillo departure, radar contact. Fly the published mist approach, same intentions.
And let's do Menlo for now. Yeah. All right, good to go.
Okay, Charlie, Roger. Time is 1628
and we can run through, make sure that the flight plan is good.
Hold as published, maintain 5000.
So basically with the departure, we take off
Charlie, Roger, ready back here.
10 right.
Southwest 2806 cleared to San Francisco International Airport, Mini 5 departure, FAMIC transition, then is filed. Maintain 7,000, departure frequency 118.42, squawk 4032.
And clear to San Francisco, Mini 5 departure, FAMIC transition as filed. Maintain 7,000, departure frequency is 118.42, squawk 4032, Southwest 2806.
Southwest 2806, readback correct.
Alright, so we got our clearance as we filed it, which is good because we already put it in. And let me just run through this real quick. So we're stepping through here to make sure that there's no discontinuity. And right now, let's see. Axmal. Okay, so Mini, Famuk, Hork. And we get vectors. Okay, we're good to go. No discontinuity at all on the route. And let's go ahead and put us back in plan mode, which I like. And also come over here and put in our squawk code in the box, 4032. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Good to go. All right, sweet. All right, so we got our clearance set. We got our flight plan in. And let's go ahead and set up our perf information. Weight and fuel and all that stuff. Init reft. And before we do that, yeah, with the Zibo you can load the fuel and stuff here. So, sim brief again. That gives us our fuel. Our block fuel is in pounds, 13,857 is the total fuel. So it's 13.9, call it that, 13.9. Alright, and our total payload is 42.3. There we go. That gives a total of 147.5, which corresponds with what SimBrief is telling me. Awesome. So once we have that in, we can always plug in the numbers, 0 fuel weight. The reserves we're running with today is 2.3. 2,300 pounds. And then the cruise altitude that we filed again, we said was 330. Okay. And the maximum cruise altitude with the weight we have is 35,000 feet. So we're going to do 33,000 feet. Give us a good climb. Cruise winds. Top of climb cruising right now is going to be 340 at 362. 340 slash what? 62. 062. There we go. And then the ISO deviation and outside air temperature there is going to be minus 51 degrees Fahrenheit. That's it. Transition altitude is good. Cost index, we're going to be running a cost index of 12. Execute that. And outside air temperature, I said it was 0 degrees. We're going to keep it that. D-rate 95. We're not going to D-rate any more than that. I want to hear those engines spool up. So we're going to take off with flat 5. And V-speeds 137, 139, 149. 137, 139, 149. So my climb out speed is 149 plus 15. It's 154. That's just what I do. 15 knots over the V2 climb out. 149, 15, 54. There we go. All right, and then we got a clearance up to 5,000. Was it? Let's see. 7,000. So let's put it up to 7,000. Sorry, no, 7,000. All right, and then looking at the flight plan and the Mini 5 departure. Let's see what it says. So make sure we do the departure properly. Taking off from 10 left to our right, heading 103. Okay. And heading 103 to 540 feet, then direct river and depicted on the route. There we go. So, does it say a river? Make sure. Yep. 540 feet, we're going to head to river and continue the takeoff. Good to go. All right. So we are almost set up and ready to go. Let me just let the captain jump in here and make some announcements. Welcome the passengers on board. There we go.
Fox, this is Captain speaking. We're just final preparation here for departure from the gate. Maintenance is wrapping up one final item that they needed to take care of before we depart. We're pretty close to right on schedule today. Should be just a few more minutes.
Okay, ground.com 2499 with the transient tie downs ready to taxi flow.
All right, good to go there. All right. So fuel's in, flight plan is in, the MCP is set up.
Taxi via Echo Foxtrot, cross
We got
runway
Jens
8
that's
at
bringing all
taxiway
the
Foxtrot.
fuel pumps now because we're going to be getting ready to go.
The Echo Foxtrot cross runway 8
And
at
let's
Foxtrot runway 35.
call up
2499.
the pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
All right, so based on my position on the field, we're going to be pushing the current config that I have right now, which is nose is going to be going to the left. Just make sure. Yep, because we're going to be using 10 right, hopefully, or 10 left, doesn't matter. And so, yeah, we're going to select that. That's good to go.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is trotting up.
All right, and we're finished boarding. Turn on the fasten seatbelt sign here. Get everybody to sit their asses down. Also, turn on the anti-collision.
Captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We direct that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt.
And anti-collision can come on.
As a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
And let's also turn on the transponder. There we go. So the doors close. Let's get this going. Here we go. All right, we are set up. Let's do RTO on the auto brakes
Okay,
there.
all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Let's take a look and see what this tug's doing. Yeah, it's awesome. This is another must-have freeware for X-Plane. I mean, the better pushback plugging, it's just ridiculous. The guy who made it, he's online. His name is Todorinko. And he's the one who worked on all the sounds and the TCAS for the Flat Factory 320. And he's also developing a TBM 900, which I'm going to get because it's going to be study level also.
They have a number
It's
of
pretty cool.
problems we need to work on here. I'm concerned about your familiarity with IFR procedures, looking at your flight plan and cruise altitude, aircraft type. You don't have a navigational equipment suffix on file. Typical routings down to San Diego, you should be able to fly much higher than 5,000 feet, especially in that type of an aircraft. How familiar are you with IFR flights, sir?
All right, we're ready to go. Let's release the parking brake.
Actually, the larger problem here, first of all, we need to fix is
There
your
goes
call
the jet
sign
bridge.
queue. You've got a 2-letter identifier for your call sign. Japan Air should be Juliet Alpha Lima. It's always a 3-letter ICAO identifier.
And let's turn off the packs. And let's start up number 2.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just
There we go.
with this network. Just my first time.
And we got
connect to
N2
this server, so I'm
rotation.
sorry about that.
Which is awesome.
All right, Japan Air 8081, I'm going to recommend you take a look at the ZLA Pilot Ratings Program, the category program, which you can access through the Pilot Center if you have not looked at that.
And once we get to
I'm
about
concerned about your ability here to
22,
fly IFR, just looking at everything
23,
that's
we
on
can
file here
introduce
right
fuel.
now. I'd highly recommend taking a look at that
There
before
we
you
go.
continue a flight like this. There's a number of changes, though, that need to be made. Number one, you need to look up the correct identifier for Japan Air before connecting
Alright,
to the network.
number 2
and
spinning
we need to
up.
work on
We're good
altitude
to go.
choice as well
And
as
we have starter
filing
cutout.
a navigational equipment code if you have not looked all that up before.
And let's go ahead and bring up number 1.
Right, roger that. Japan Airline 8081 will
Well, you know what?
connect to you
I think
later.
we
See
just
you
pushed
next
on
time.
an active taxiway. We're going to be in trouble. Uh-oh. Well, let's call up ground anyway. 121.9. Almost forgot. And Portland ground, Southwest 2806, request your push and start. We might get
Southwest
screamed at because we already
2806, Portland
pushed.
ground pushback approved onto Tango if you need that, and expect runway 10 left at intersection Echo for departure. Advise ready to taxi with the weather.
Push on Tango, expect 10 left. We'll call for taxi, Southwest 2806. Alright, so we're getting 10 left instead of 10 right, but you know what? It doesn't matter really in the FMC. Let's see, departure 10 left instead. There we go. Alright. Alright, good. Alright, we're set. Make sure there's no discontinuities. We are good. And we gotta put some fuel in number 1. Got distracted there for a minute.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
We will set the parking brake, sir. Thank you.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And we will watch the number 1 spin up. Here it goes. Alright, number 1's coming up and is available. Here we go. Let's do the gens. Bring it over. And we can turn on the pitot heat. The altitude is set in. We can turn on the packs. Turn off the APU bleed and turn on the engine bleed. Good to go. Cabin temperature is still perfect. We'll leave it at that. We're going to do flight continuous on the engines for takeoff mode there. There we go. And we can kill the APU. Not a problem.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright. Flat 2, 5, flat 5 for takeoff. There we go. Make sure that they're coming down normally. There goes the flaps. Sweet. And there goes our pushback truck. It's going to give us a signal here. Alright. Thanks for the pushback, buddy. Appreciate it. Also, our trim is set. Bring on the flight directors. And we can also set LNAV and VNAV for guidance on the takeoff. RTO is set. Trim set. Let's make sure the yep. Bring on the yaw damper. Good to go. And as we scan the overhead, looks like everything is all set and in place.
499 holding short 35.
Good to go. Let's do a recall. No errors on the recall there, so we're good. Everything is all set up and ready to go. I'm on the ground frequency for Pilotedge right now. Let me go ahead and put in the tower frequency so that we can switch over to that when we're ready to go. Tower for
Takeoff 2499 Olympia Tower, runway 35, cleared for
187.
takeoff, winds 04088.
Deliver takeoff runway 35, back up 2499.
118.7, there we go. Alright, I think we are ready to go. I don't think we missed anything here. Let's go ahead and turn off this display down here. But before we do that, let's do a flight control check. Right, left, up, down, and rudder. Check, check. Good to go. Make sure our flight controls work. Here we go. And by the way, here is with the RG mod, you get the extra detail underneath the flight controls, which I like. And this is the full RG mod. So it works out beautiful. Nice, there we go. Alright. And let's call up a taxi. We did have information. Bravo. Portland ground, Southwest 2806 with Bravo, ready for taxi.
Southwest 2806 Portland ground, runway 10 left at Echo, taxi via Tango, Echo 3 Echo.
Tango, Echo 3 Echo, 10 left at Tango, Southwest 2806. Tango, Echo 3, Echo, and Tango. Okay. So basically we're going to go straight ahead and make a right turn. Alright. It's rolling nicely. Yeah, airplane is just nice. It's rolling beautifully. Split scimitars, man. I didn't think I would like these things, but I love them more and more. I have them on the plane now. Just getting that full RGU mod download. Yeah, if I didn't hear me say it before, this airport is a freeware by Mr. X. Mr. X Portland. And it's all free. And one thing we forgot to do is turn on the taxi lights. Let's do that. Not a problem. It's daytime, we can see. Alright, so this is Echo 3 we're on. We're going to make a right turn on Echo here. One thing I would really love for this plane would be like an electronic flight bag, like the Flight Factor has. So we can show you guys what I'm looking at in Navigraph. It's a beautiful thing to have that. Alright, so we are on taxiway Echo. We're going to take this over to Tango. That's the departure point, I think.
Dock on 2499, contact Seattle
Or
departure.
actually, I think this goes
Over
straight into
departure,
the
Dock
runway.
2499 today.
Yeah, it's a lovely airport, man. Yeah, get back on the taxiway there, buddy. Don't screw around.
Dock on 2499, Seattle departure radar contact. Verify climbing to 3000.
It's Kilo taxiway. And there's a Tango taxiway.
2499 clearance was explicit and climb via the SID except maintain 3000. Should be 3000 amended top altitude. Climb to 3000, please.
Yeah, he did say Tango, which is gonna be over here.
DOCOM 2499, turn right, heading 190, join
Alright.
Victor 165 for Zumo navigation. Continue to climb up to 17,000, 17,000.
Runway 10 left. Alright, perfect. We're gonna hold short here and click over to tower. Alright, set the parking brake for a sec. Switch over to the tower frequency, which is 118.7. And then the departure frequency, he said, is going to be 11842. Let's put that in here. Then we'll call them up for departure clearance. Let me just verify that departure clearance on the charts here, make sure it's the same thing. Departure frequency, I should say. 118. Let's see. Departure 118.1. What did he give me? Give me 118.42. Well, we'll go with what he says. All right, are we ready to go? Let's start the clock. Bring on the lights. And bring on the strobe. And Portland Tower, Southwest 2806, ready to go, 10 left.
Southwest 2806, Portland Tower, Roger. It appears you're short of 10 left at taxiway Tango. Can you confirm?
That is correct. 10 left at taxiway Tango, as instructed.
2806, no, that was not as instructed. The taxi instruction was Tango, Echo 3, and Echo to runway 10 left at intersection Echo. Are you going to be able to take an intersection Tango departure?
I can take an intersection Echo departure. Do apologize for the mistake there, Southwest 2806.
2806, roger. If you're able to make a left turn on taxiway Alpha and a right turn on Echo, and advise when you're ready there.
Alright, let's see if I can correct that. Alright, left turn on Alpha, right on Echo to the departure area, and we can make the turn. Southwest 2806.
Southwest 2806, roger. Just advise when you're ready to go at intersection Echo.
We'll advise when you're at intersection Echo, Southwest 2806.
.com 2499, contact Seattle Center.
Why is it that we can't take off from this
126.1,
intersection? I don't know. Let's turn it around. We're going to run over some taxi lights, but I don't want to piss off Pilotedge today, so hey, screw it. Take out some tires while we're at it. This is funny. I should have said no, I can't make the turn, but hey, whatever. Alright, still learning. That's why I fly on Pilotedge, so I could learn more and more and more.
.com 2499, Seattle Center, roger.
Good airplane. At least you made the turn. Not a problem. I reset this clock. Alright. We're going to turn it here. And Southwest 2806, ready to go 10 left, intersection Echo.
Southwest 2806, Portland Tower, runway 10 left at Echo, cleared for takeoff, window 140 at 5.
10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2806. Alright, we recovered there, somewhat, but we're good to go. Alright, so we got lights on, trim set, RTO, anti-collision is on, strobe is on, and we got the crew to go ahead and sit down. There we go. Good to go. Alright, we're going to hand fly this guys up to 10,000 feet. Just turn on your auto throttle here. Hand fly up to 10,000 feet and give it to the other pilot after that unless it gets busy. Alright, here we go. Toga takeoff. 80 knots checked. V1. Rotate. Follow the flight directives. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Put some trim in the airplane.
400.
There we go, outside of Portland. Ah, beautiful. Look at it. Alright, still hand flying the airplane, making that left turn out after 500 feet. Turn on the weather here also. Hit the terrain button. Alright, this plane flies beautifully. Also, they did work on the flight model for it, and it's just behaving nice. Hand flying.
Southwest 2806, contact Portland departure.
Over to departure, Southwest 2806. Alright, go over to departure. There we go. Flap up. Portland departure, Southwest 2806, 3,600 for 7,000, mini 5.
Southwest 2806, Portland departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, 15,000.
15,000, Southwest 2806. Alright, up to 15,000. There we go. Still hand flying it up. Ah, look at it. It's gorgeous out here. Look at that wing flex. That's beautiful. Alright, make sure we're not crashing the plane. Yeah, too much nose up trim. Let's get the speed back under control. Too much looking outside. And speed it up to 250 knots and make that right turn out. Alright, speed's coming back up 5. Climb is going back up also. And start to make that right turn to our next waypoint. Alright, 2,000 feet to go for 10,000. Then we'll turn it over to the autopilot. But we are still in a pretty good position. But we are in the clouds now. Not a problem. Alright, let's turn it over to the autopilot. Autopilot can come on. So we're in command mode, LNAV and VNAV, N1 speed. That's good. And we are using Xenviro 1.07, but I got a shader for it from the developer to make sure we don't have as much haze. Man, that is beautiful. Look at that thing. And I am running ortho scenery on most scenery. I don't have all the United States yet, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. See if we could peek through the clouds. Yeah, we can see a little bit through the clouds here. That's an Xenviro cloud walls for you, but hey, does good in frames. I'm not going to complain. All right, above 10,000 feet. Let's gear to off. Bring all the lights on. Up. Back to auto.
Southwest 2806, contact Seattle Center 135.15 for high.
Seattle Center 135.15, good day. 135.15. Traffic? Really? Where? How he's passed me. Seattle Center, Southwest 2806, 12,800 for 15,000. I think that was a frequency now. Alright, so wait till it responds.
2806, Seattle Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 330.
Go up to flight level 330, Southwest 2806. Alright, so we got clearance to our final cruise altitude. Take us a while to get there, but hey. Alright, let's clean up this airplane and check, make sure everything is okay. Cabin altitude is climbing, which is good. We are currently at 3,000 feet, going to 4,000 on cabin altitude. All the lights are off. Auto in the engine selector modes. Seatbelt signs are on. Cabin altitude is on. Pitot window heat is good. Cabin temperature is a little, it's a little too warm. I'll cool it down a little bit. And duct pressure is good, so we are good up there. Okay. On a recall, everything is fine. And we've got our final cruise altitude. Let me go ahead and extend the range on this. 80 miles, there we go. Cloudy day today, can't get to see the ortho scenery. Too bad. Would have been nice. Coming up to transition altitude, 18,000 feet. Go ahead and hit standard. There we go. So now we're in standard 129.02. Let's increase the range. All right. All right, not bad. Successful takeoff. A little bit of hand flying, and nice climb out. So we are going to be heading up to cruise altitude here. And let me just check. Flight time on this flight was 1 hour 30 minutes, so we're probably going to have maybe a 45 minutes, 50-minute cruise in this down to San Francisco. Hopefully the weather will clear up on the way down so we can see
Number
more of the
4436
mountains and
Echo,
scenery
Denver
on
Center, good
this.
morning.
And thanks again, guys, for joining me on this stream. If you like the stream, feel free to comment if you see me do anything wrong, or if you have anything to add, go ahead and do that. Also hit that subscribe button so you can get alerted for when I'm streaming. Mostly I stream the Zibo here, the Flat Factor A320, and also the IXCG Classic. So if you want to see me stream those, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You get a notification. Usually I post up a few minutes before, let you know I'm going to be streaming.
Air 36 Echo, verify, copy the last. Squawk 4037, maintain VFR.
Yeah, and for the order photo scenery, I generally use ZL15 as my base, and that seems not to take up a lot of space as compared to the others. With ZL15 from this altitude, I mean, you're not going to be able to tell. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me go to Xenviro, hit Kavak for a little bit, and you can see that's the difference between that's ortho, that's regular. And that's ortho scenery with ZL15. Look at that. You don't need more than that for a flyover country, really. Only time you need 17 and 18 is in the airport area when you're landing. I mean, that's beautiful. And I think for each tile for ZL15, if I remember correctly, it only takes up like half a gig per tile. It's not bad. And I've only done the East Coast and West Coast so far, like from north to south. And I'll do the rest of the United States one day. I'm probably going to get maybe a 5 terabyte hard drive, regular old-fashioned hard drive. And that should be able to do the entire United States. And then I can zero in on the airport areas and build those tiles. Those are going to be maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5 gigs a piece. But I've only fly out of so many different airports, so won't be too bad. I can't do like those guys that have the entire US covered in ZL 18 and 19. Yeah, that's too much, man. Can't afford that. This is not ortho. That's regular old-fashioned scenery. As a matter of fact, here's the line right here. Ortho on the right, regular X-plane on the left, and you can see the difference. Look at that. I'm actually flying right down the middle of it. So, which reminds me, I'm gonna have to get some more ortho scenery to cover the United States. Yeah, cover the West Coast here. All right, I'll see. So this is ortho, and from this altitude, ZL15, I love it. It's not bad at all. Actually turn off the auto brake to off. Good to go.
Back on 2499, contact Seattle Center 135.15.
Alright, cabin altitude is good. 7,000 feet. That's the maximum it's going to go, which is good. Temperature is comfortable for my passengers. 21 Celsius. Some people like it warm, so we'll do that.
Center, good morning. .com
Good to
2499 is 17,000.
And let's make some announcements from the captain
Takeoff
here.
2499, Seattle Center, Roger.
As a matter of
Portland altimeter
fact,
3023.
3023, thanks. .com 2499.
And let's see, we're going to be coming up and cruising 3,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs off. Turned on these screens a little bit. They're too bright for my liking. 1,000 to go checked. Yeah, it's more like it. There you go. Better. Not blaring. Still can't figure out how to turn this one down. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what controls that at all. Maybe there's a something on the overhead. Can't tell though. Panel. Yeah. Ah, leave it as it is. Alright, let me see if the fuel prediction is good. We are coming up to the Falk intersection. And based on SimBrief, at the Falk intersection, we should have approximately 10.9 pounds of fuel, and we have 10.8. Ah, perfect. That's good. We're also rocking with a tailwind here. I'm going to increase the speed to speed intervene, take it up to 0.80. There we go. Speed them up. We can manage that. So now ground speed is probably going to be 530 miles per hour. Knots, I'm sorry, 530 knots, which is good. 72 knot tailwind.
36
awesome.
Squawk
Love
6044, maintain VFR.
Yeah, we can work with that. That's pretty good. And then let's see, the top of descent, 326 miles, 1753 Zulu. Currently is 1708 Zulu. So we've probably got about 40 something minutes cruise flight before we start a descent. All
Air
right.
36 Echo, radar contact 60 miles southeast of Rapid City, and maintain VFR, resume on navigation. Air 36 Echo, Pine Ridge altimeter 3013.
Here's my flight attendant view. See if I can put on some tunes here. Hold on a sec. Let me know if the music is I'm going to put on is too loud, okay? Yeah, if you find the sound too loud, I'll go ahead and turn it down. Let me know though, please. Yeah, so here are the features of this RG mod. If you guys are still not sure what you get, got your Wi-Fi antenna up top, which is on all Southwest planes, because they do, well, yeah, all of them. They stopped flying at 300. And you got the split scimitar winglet, which is very nice. Didn't think I'd like it, but I actually do like it now. Also, you can change the type of engine, but I stick with the same one that comes with the airplane.
.com 2499, descend to maintain 10,000, Eugene, altimeter 3016.
Get down to 10,000, .com 2499.
Back inside here at cabin. RG mod includes nice textures like that. Look at this texture in here. Dark cockpit. And then these actual switches push in and turn when you start the engine or put it on continuous or flight or whatever. The normal one doesn't do that at all. And then RG mod also changed the colors in the displays, and whenever it's red, it's a different red, even on the emergency brake there. So we got a lot of different changes with the RG mod, and that's a good thing. Let me do Kavak one more time. I want to look at some scenery. Kavak lasts about 5 minutes with the weather refresh, weather change, and the clouds come back in. Doesn't change your wind, doesn't change anything like that. It just changes the clouds. That's it, so you can see. Yeah, the orthophoto definitely takes up a lot of space. Black Knight, it does, and that's why I've only done parts that I fly and not the entire US here or Europe. Maybe one day I'll see some sale on a good hard drive, old-fashioned. Not even gonna get into SSD at all. I'm just gonna do old-fashioned hard drives and put it on that. I think I have 2 hard drives right now.
Approach,
Got 2 500 gig hard drives on my computer, so I have 1 terabyte. One is where I store everything on for the computer, including the X-Plane software, and the other one, the other 500 gig, is just for the ortho scenery, and I have like a symlink between the folder and the X-Plane itself. I figure if I get one more 1 terabyte drive, that will do. If I can't fit it on it, so be it. But once you start flying with ortho scenery, it's tough to go back to normal scenery. It doesn't even look the same or feel the same. I think that's all I'll dedicate to it too.
Talcom 2499, Cascade approach, roger. Say approach request, assuming you're looking for an RNAV 34 left or right. Talcom 2499, expect vectors with RNAV Yankee, runway 34 left approach. DOCOM 2499, my mistake, I actually can't vector to this final approach course. We don't have one for it. Gonna need to be a full approach. Let me know where you'd like to pick that up.
Alright, looks like we made up 8 minutes on the descent time. We're supposed to be descending at 17:58, so now we're down to 17:50. And that's just by me increasing to Mach 0.8 from Mach
2499. Say again where you'd like to take the approach
0.76. Not bad. And of course that tailwind is helping too. So definitely cut down on our flight time.
Back on 2499, roger. Proceed direct to Ojuko, or correction, it'll be Ujoko, I guess. And expect a full approach from there. Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 4,000.
Sync up this heading here. Good.
Aerial 36 Echo, contact Denver Center 120.47.
Apparently what's new that they put in the airplane is the ADF radio here, which I have no clue how to use. Or probably don't want to find out.
Number
That's
4436 Echo, Denver Center, roger, maintain viewfire.
And Zibo keeps updating this thing on a daily basis. On a regular basis, I should say. That guy should get award of the year for just freeware and dedication work, man. It's awesome. Yeah, this here is regular scenery. That's not ortho, but it's not bad.
SACOM 2499, roger.
Wow, it's beautiful. Even though X-Plane Contrails is still not ready yet. That's awesome, actually. Nice. Here comes the clouds. Yeah, the northwest part of the United States is beautiful. Always green, always mountainous, always looking nice. Yeah, with X-Enviro Black Knight, I bought it because my previous computer couldn't handle the default clouds of X-Plane 10. Default clouds in X-Plane 11 doesn't take up as much graphical intensive, but the X-Enviro for me worked out perfect because the clouds didn't use as much resources as the default clouds. Now I have a better computer. I have it. I use it. 1.07 had issues, which is what I'm running now, where you couldn't even see the ground above a certain altitude. The haze was just terrible, and they gave me a shader to fix that haze problem.
Number 251 Charlie Victor, NorCal departure. Roger.
Hopefully 1.08
VFR,
fixes all of this,
squawk
so that
1605.
everything just works as it should. it still has an issue with
Charlie
it
Victor,
doesn't
what type
showing
of
up on the
Cirrus
weather
are you?
radar, which basically sucks. But hey,
Thanks.
what are you gonna do? But hopefully 1.08 fix a lot of issues that 1.07 have. I fly with default clouds every now and again. It's not bad, but it doesn't update as frequently the weather, meaning that winds aloft and things like that. And then the updates when the weather does change is abrupt. So we have a massive wind shift from one to the next and throws the airplane left, right, and all over the place, and you know, speed fluctuate. So Xenvira for me is the best because it's smooth with the weather changes. The clouds are decent enough; it doesn't kill a lot of the frame rates, and I'll deal with its shortcomings so far.
Remember, 1 Charlie Victor, radar contact 10
When
miles
Rex
east
comes
of
out,
Hayward Airport, and maintain
maybe
VFR
they'll have the
outside of
market.
Bravo, and
Maybe
advise
they'll
Hayward Airport
take
in
over
sight.
from everybody and just show us what X-Plane can do as far as weather, you know? And if it's good, I'm definitely going to get it. No joke. Because that's, you know, X-Plane used to be lacking a whole bunch of stuff. Now we have good pay-wear aircraft and free-wear aircraft to fly, study level. The weather's that thing, man, that's missing. You know, something decent on weather is what's missing, and competition is good. The more providers we have of weather system, the better it is. So hopefully they come out with something good with the Rex software. That I'd love. And my settings in Xenvira right now, let's see. Cloud settings, I have it on optimum. Wind, I have in real mode. Sounds full, and all the effects are on. So that's what I have. See that haze right there? Yeah, that's what it used to be. Now look at it now. Big difference. And truth be told, I don't have the fastest processor. My processor is like quite a few years old, generation-wise. My graphics card is not the most high-end card, but I set my settings in a way where, you know, for streaming and stuff especially, if I'm just flying offline without streaming, I get much better frames. So once I turn on the streaming software, it kills it. See? It's just coming and going. There we go. Much better. What did I change? Change something here.
Takeoff 2499 cross Ujoku at or above 4,000, clear to RNAV, Yankee, runway 34 left approach. Vision Jet 1 Charlie Victor, radar contact lost. Southwest 2806, contact Oakland Center 132.905.
Over to Golkin Center, 132.95. Good day. Southwest 2806. 132.95, Oakland Center. Good morning, Oakland Center, Southwest 2806, flight level 330.
Southwest 2806, Oakland Center, roger.
All right, they heard me. Awesome. And one more thing that I could never fly without is head tracking. I'm not using Track IR. I'm using a freeware called FreeTrack. And you can get the track hat or a track clip and work with that, or you can make one yourself. I think if you go to freetrack.net, it gives you all the software you need and all the information to building your own track setup. But not having to move the mouse to pan around the cockpit, to me, is just beautiful. I can just look around. And I can go close, zoom in, just by moving my head, come back. And it's all freeware. That's the thing with X-Plane. You don't have to spend a lot of money at all. After the initial purchase of the sim, and then, you know, 1 or 2 add-ons, a lot of stuff is free. And you can support those guys by donating, like I do to Zibo, you know. Give him a small donation every now and again, help him improve his work. The RG mod I donated to, so I can get the full unlock of it, and I get the updated textures too. Texture quality. I'm not running the highest quality possible because of the streaming again, but it's a trade-off between looks and the flight model. And with the flight model, anything over 19 FPS, so 20 FPS, you get accurate flight model with time, and that's good. Some people want to have 40, 50, 60. That's good if you have the latest graphics card and processor, but for me, this is perfect. It works. But it's pretty good. Yeah, I think once I get the FlyJ Sim 737-800, I'm gonna learn about this ADF stuff here. You know, and go back to VOR to VRR flying and then use the ADF and stuff. I'm gonna definitely go back into it, make it more interesting. Harder, but fun when you can find your way without a primary flight display showing you where you're going step by step, just by trusting your needles, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna definitely look into it because that's how those guys do it back in the day. Clouds or no clouds, they're using the needles, they're trusting their needles, and you know, it worked for them. I mean, all this glass stuff, they had all just steam gauges all over the place. Interesting. Alright, let's see how far we go to top of descent. 86 miles, not bad. We did also gain another 2 minutes, 17:48 Zulu. So we gained about 10 minutes since we checked the very first time. 35, 45, 48, yeah, 3 minutes. Alright, so about 15 minutes or less to go. Let me go ahead and pull up the ATIS for San Francisco so we can be ahead of the game, step up. Pause this for a sec. Alright, here we go. San Francisco ATIS.
Bridge visual approach runway 28 right in use. Departing runway 28 left. 28 right. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Operate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact you have Victor. San Francisco International Airport information Victor. 1656 Zulu. Wind, 270 at 25. Gust 34. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,500. Temperature 9er. Dew point -1. Altimeter 3025. Tiptoe visual approach runway 28 left in use. Quiet bridge visual approach runway 28 right in use. Departing runway 28 left. 28 right. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Operate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact you have Victor. San Francisco International Airport information Victor. 1656 Zulu. Wind, 270 at 25. Gust 34. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,500. Temperature 9er. Dew point -1. Altimeter 3025.
Alright, altimeter 3025. Let's go ahead and check that. 3025, that is set. And make sure that's set on the other side. Yep, 3025. Good. So we got the altimeter set up. Also, it's winds is 270, 25 gusting 30, so it's very windy in San Francisco as usual, but that's pretty much straight down the runway because we're landing on the 25s. It says a tiptoe visual, so it's going to be a visual approach
99 contact Eugene Tower 118.9.
into San Fran. So tiptoe visual got to bring up, which is crossing over the Menlo Bridge at a certain altitude. And all right, we'll fly that. That's not a problem at all. What else? And so we can go ahead and come down here and set up the landing. I'm going to do a flat 40 landing. Flat 40, 140, so it's going to be 145 plus 5. Flat 40, 140. I'm going to set up for the ILS. Let's see, probably give us the left side. Let me go back to the arrivals here. Set up for the left side, so at least we'll have some kind of visual help. 2 8 left, good, and low.
Back on 2499 Eugene Tower, wind
Execute that.
350 at 11, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Alright, good to go. Alright. And make sure there's no discontinuity in whatever we change. No, there's not. Come back to the init ref. 4140 is the landing speed.
Descend via the Bodega 2, arrival San Francisco, altimeter 3025.
Descend via the Bodega 2, arrival, altimeter 3025, Southwest 2806. Perfect timing. Alright, let's finish this. So we set up for the 28 left. 4140 is the glide slope, which is good, which is give us a representation even if we have to go visual. That's awesome. So that is set up. Speed is set up. We're 3025 and the Bodega 2. It's given us top of descent after FOUD. So that's usually at our discretion for the descent. So I'll give it a little bit before we start descending here. We'll do that. Yeah, Black Knight. The head tracker software is really worth it. It took me a while to tune it right though. That's the problem. It's not going to be plug in, good to go, you're done. You're going to have to set it, and make sure everything is right, and then your movement is natural and you get used to it. And it's freetrack.net, freetrack.net. I'm going to link it in the description below. It's good to use though. It's not bad at all. Piedmont livery. Huh, okay. November 734, November. Alright, I'll try that when I get to 732. Okay, alright, let's put some data on here so we could see our altitude constraints. Come on, there we go. Data. Alright, above 290 at Melbeck and below 230 at Bigelow. And 16,000 below at Lozette. So let's go ahead and put in 230 here as our initial descent. There you go. Awesome. And top of descent coming up in 20 miles, 27 miles. We'll work with that. Alright, and also for landing our auto brake, I'm going to do brake 2. And the landing altitude will set to 50 feet, it's basically sea level. Alright, so landing altitude is set. Speed brake, auto brake is set. Runway is set. And what we're going to be using. Awesome, it's good to go. Let's let the passengers know we're going to be descending too. Why not? All right.
Falcon 2499, taxi 2 landing via Alpha, monitor ground. You have a good day.
Yeah, on my last flight, this plane did handle the descent properly. It did do the VNAV as best that it could, so we'll work with that. We'll let the VNAV run the descent as long as possible until either it screws up or we need to descend further or something, then we'll take over from it. So we are good to go. Oh, one more thing for the descent. Recall. Everything is set in a recall, so we are properly set up for descent and approach into San Francisco. Should be beautiful in San Francisco. I have ortho for that. I think we fly right over the city or close to it. Go over the airport, go out and then turn back and get vectored into the runway. So should be pretty landing there. Alright, here we go. We have started the descent and the turn. Here's the descent profile. And we're basically on profile. Speed is good. Alright. And it says drag required, but we don't need any drag. We're good to go. Speed is awesome. Well, let's do this though. Let's put it back into normal speed. Now drag is going to be required to get it on profile. Flight detent. Yeah, those speed brakes don't do much really, but should slow it down a little bit. Yep, speed's coming down. Good. Nicely here. And I don't use speed brake full, just get it to the detent. A little bit higher the profile, but we can work with that. We're good. And we are descending into Northern California, San Francisco. Yeah, this is ortho. We're back into ortho coverage now. Yeah, man, this plane has come so far. Now, if I even go back and look at the default plane, it's not even close to being what that plane was. That default plane now is beyond a joke. I don't know anybody who uses it. Yeah, here's a red color I was telling you about with the RG mod. Gives you, I guess, updated colors or accurate colors for a lot of the 737-800 airplane, and it's pretty cool. Flip on the seatbelt sign about somewhere above 18,000 feet before we get to transition altitude. Alright, on speed, on profile, descending nicely. I got plenty of fuel on board. We have about an hour or so reserved, so if we have to go around, we have plenty of fuel to do that, and that's part of the fuel planning that SimBrief does for you, so it's good. And we can continue the descent. Bring it down to 11,000. Sorry, make that 13,000. And 13,000 is a crossing restriction below 13 at Bodega. And Cork at 11. Alright, so we're good. Yeah, this is a beautiful part of the country out here. Nice. Alright, VNAV is holding up perfectly. It's flying this VNAV awesome. Got on profile, on speed. That's all you can ask for a VNAV. Alright, let's bring on a fasten seatbelt sign. Alright, 1,500 feet above transition altitude. 3025 is the altimeter. We're going to change that over when we get there. Speed brakes out. Well, actually, we need to stow that. We don't need that anymore. Good to go. So the engines can go back to idle. Alright, 18,000 transition altitude. That's changed. Perfect. 3025 on the altimeter. Perfect. Speed's good. Actually, speed's climbing a little bit. Yeah, let's get a little bit of brakes out there. Slow it down. Alright, 11,000 at Cork. Let's bring this down to 11,000. And 11,000 at 250 knots is our bottom altitude. We gotta get clearance to go below that from ATC. So we should be going over to approach control soon. Wow. That is pretty. Look at that. Man. Can't get enough of ortho scenery, man. It's just beautiful. Look at all that. This is our ZL-17 out here. It's not even 18. This is 17. 18 would be around the airport. Alright, San Francisco is coming into view. San Francisco Bay Bridge.
American 715, Phoenix clearance. Good morning, clear to San Francisco Airport is 06, departure, Kiriv transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID, accept, maintain 8,000, squawk 2136.
San Francisco.
Southwest 2806, contact NorCal approach 135.1.
Over to approach 135.1, good day.
American 715 is 06 departure, and correction, just climb via the SID.
Alright, the ATIS was Victor.
15 read back, correct?
NorCal approach. Southwest 2806 descending via the Bodego to arrival with Victor out of 13,000.
Southwest 2806, NorCal approach, roger. Expect a visual approach runway 28 left.
Expect a visual 28 left, Southwest 2806. Alright, perfect. We planned for 28 left. We got 28 left. We can't ask for any more than that. Speed's good. We're going to be reducing speed coming up here shortly at this decel point. Let's stick the range in some more. There we go. So speed's going to be slowing down here shortly. There it is. Let's get the brakes out, help it a little bit. And let's look at San Francisco. Look at this park. It's a beautiful park here. I have my settings turned on for auto gen so it doesn't fill in every house. It kills frames, but I mean, look at this. Got a golf course there. Got the beach, San Francisco Bay Bridge. Got the city downtown. Got the cruise, got the stadium. Wow. Alright, that's a screenshot. I'll take that. Yeah, ortho scenery is definitely a game changer for sim and flying. You can't beat it. That's a major metropolitan area. And then we're going to be going over the airport too. There's the airport coming up. Not sure what stadium this is. Oh, that's the ball field. That's the baseball stadium. Yeah. Or one of them the 49ers play. This one over here. And this, no, that's the baseball. This is the football stadium. Alright. Let's concentrate on flying. 250, 11,000. That's our bottom altitude for this star. So, we're going to wait for further descent instructions. Once we pass over the airport. There's the airport there. Pass over the airport, turn around and come back, basically. Let's turn off the data so we could see. Good to go. Bring in the range. Better. Speed brake is stowed. And we're going to be passing 10,000 feet soon. So we'll turn on the lights once we get below 10,000. Let's look back on the scenery. Nice.
Southwest 2806, descend to maintain 6,000.
Down to 6,000, Southwest 2806. And we're going to vertical speed it. Feet a minute. Should be good. I'm going to reduce speed to 230 knots. We're going to need some speed brakes for that too.
Aero 36 Echo, Casper altimeter 3002. It's more than 1 hour old. I'll advise upon an update.
This is the bridge we're going to cross over when we're going back to 28 right. 28 left down here.
3002 for Casper. It's more than 1 hour old and we'll advise upon an update.
10,000 feet. Turn on the fix lights.
Let's confirm it's 3002. Southwest 2806. What heading are you flying?
Currently heading 094, Southwest 2806.
Southwest 2806. Turn right heading 160. Vectors for descent. Published 140 track off of bricks.
Heading 160, Southwest 2806. Sorry for the heading mix up there. Of course, not paying attention again. I should have looked at my published headings. What, 140? He said 160. Yeah, he was right. Man. Okay. It's all good. Almost screw up my return. Yeah, we got some turbulence out there. Yeah. Look at the wind flex. Nice. Maybe if I stop looking at wing flex and other things, I can fly properly and not get yelled at by ATC. Man, alright. Descent's coming down, speed's coming down good. Get the full speed brakes out. So he's gonna vector me back around to Menlo and pick up back the visual approach. Let's ease up on the descent rate here so I can get the speed under control. There we go. Awesome. I'm gonna want to get to 210 knots and flap 1 as soon as I can. San Francisco. That is pretty. Wow. Turbulence is real. Wing flex is nice. We're going to come back around here, go down on land. Alright, speed brakes can come in. 210 knots. And as soon as we slow down to make the left turn, I'll put out 1 notch of flaps.
Southwest 2806, turn left heading 100, contact NorCal approach on 135.65.
Left heading 100, 135.65, good day. 135.65. That is turbulence, why the trim is doing that. NorCal approach, Southwest 2806 at 6,000, Bodega arrival with Victor.
Southwest 2806, NorCal approach, roger. Just want to maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, Southwest 2806. 4,000. Vertical speed. 1,500 speed a minute.
Southwest 2806, turn left heading 010.
Left 010, Southwest 2806. Alright. Spin it all the way around 010. There we go. We're coming out to 4,000. Alright, go to flap 5 so we can help with the slow down here and the descent. Down to 4,000. Also decrease the rate of descent, 1,000 feet a minute. That should be good. And go to 180 knots. We're going to keep that speed up until we get until the runway center line. And we are in IMC. It's not a problem. Beautiful. Nice. And we did set up the glide slope, so if you notice, the localizer is coming in and the glide slope is coming in. Probably going to get the visual, but I'm going to go ahead and arm the localizer just in case, and we can arm the approach later on. So we're going to get another left turn out here soon. Runway is here somewhere.
That was 2806, turn left heading 300.
Left heading 300, Southwest 2806. There we go. And we have VRR loc on. Didn't capture it yet, but it's going to capture it soon.
That was 2806, San Francisco Airport, 12 o'clock, and about 15 miles report when you have in sight.
And got the field in sight, Southwest 2806.
That was 2806, cleared visual approach, runway 28 left.
Clear for the visual, 28 left, Southwest 2806. All right. Localizer should be coming in shortly. And then we will capture the glide. Here's the runway. Here's the airport. We are below the glide slope. Let's reduce the altitude here also so we don't overfly the glide slope. 1,000 feet a minute. We should be going visual here, and we are going to go visual. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and take it over visual. Yep, alright. We are now visual and manual.
American 715, standby.
Bring in all the lights. Continuous.
Okay, American 715, this is what you filed. So that's certainly something that you'll want to make sure that is available before you file that. Give me 1 second, it'll be full route.
And our final approach speed, as I said, is going to be 145. That's our landing speed. So I'll set this for 145 as a reference. But we're all manual right now.
So it's 2806, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
Over the tower 120.5, good day.
American 715, you're cleared to the San Francisco Airport ISO 6 departure harbor transition. That's Hotel Romeo Romeo Bravo
0.5,
Romeo.
here we go.
Then we'll go direct Curiv Charlie Uniform Romeo India Victor, and then as filed, rest of clearance will be unchanged.
Okay, thank you, sir. It was that Hotel Romeo, etc. transition. It was just not pronounced the way I understood. Thank you for clarifying. American 715.
American 715, just we had a change in the routing, so it'll be ISO 6 departure harbor transition, direct Curiv, then as filed.
Right, ISO 6 transition. So after ISO, we'll use the Harbor 6 transition, then direct
Let's bring the gears down.
and then as filed. American
Help the airplane to slow down.
American 715, thanks, read back correct.
Let's arm the speed brakes. Speed brakes are armed. And why are we not slowing down? San Francisco Tower visual 28 left, Southwest 2806.
Southwest 2806, San Francisco Tower, wind 280 at 19er, gust 27. Good luck. Runway 28 left, clear to land.
28 left, clear to land, Southwest 2806. Okay, there's the speed. I was wondering why the speed wasn't coming down. Alright, we got 1 right, 3 reds, a little bit high, but we're on center line. Alright, speed's coming back nicely. And it's turbulent because it's windy. A little bit low, it's not a problem. That will bring our speed back nicely. Alright, so we screwed that up because we were looking at the FMC to make an announcement, but we'll get some speed in the airplane, climb it up. There we go, back on profile. Speed brake arm. Gear down, 3 greens, landing lights, announcement made. All right. Speed brakes deployed. Reversers in. Slowing down nicely. 80 knots. Reversers idle. And we'll take that landing. And we're going to make it roll over to this runway here and exit to the left.
South 2806, keep taxiing down runway 28 left, left turn, your choice after crossing runway 1 left into the ramp on Alpha, and monitor ground point 8.
Left turn off to crossing 1 left and Alpha to the gate. Southwest 2806 will monitor you. Awesome. Alright, so almost screwed up that landing because I'm screwing around with the FMC, which I shouldn't be doing, but hey. We recovered it nicely. Take that landing any day. Keep it rolling. And let's start up the APU. There you go. Awesome. Landing lights can come off. Runway turn-off lights can come off. And we can start bringing up the flaps. Flaps coming up. And it's going to be Alpha to the gate. And Alpha is the inside taxiway. Here we go. APU is starting. Good. Turn off the windshield and pitot heats. Good to go. Turn off the weather radar. Turn off the terrain radar. And we can bring these back to the auto or off position. APU gens available. Good deal. APU bleed can come on, and packs are already on. Perfect. And we're going up to the southwest gates up here.
Aero 36 Echo, the Casper altimeter 3001.
All right. Good deal. All right, guys. I hope you liked that landing. Hope you enjoyed the flight here. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, so you can get an update whenever I'm going to be streaming. Or hit the like button if you if you like the stream here, or if you have a comment to make about what I can do differently or better. Please, please, please go ahead and do so. I appreciate your support and help in this. All right, flaps up. Speed brakes is set and back in the stowed position. All the lights are off except taxi. We'll turn off taxi lights so we don't blind the marshaller. And we're going to pull it into gate right here, gate 28. Just bring it in nicely. Come on, X-plane ground physics, you can do it. There you go. Oh, geez, thank you, baggage guy. Just drive in front of me, why don't you? Alright, we're making that turn. There you go. Good. Thank you very much, Black Knight, for coming and joining me on this stream. I'm going to be streaming later on today the Flight Factor A320. Still can't get enough of that plane. So join me on that one when it comes up, please. Alright, guys, let's see where we are. Or maybe I'll jump into Flight Factor now and stream after this one. We'll see. Alright, awesome. Parking brake. Engines. Seatbelt signs. Listen to that engine wind down. It's beautiful. Here comes the jet bridge. And turn off the strobe, anti-collision. There you go.
Prepare for arrival and cross check, thank you.
Perfect. And turn off these fuel pumps. We don't need them anymore. Alright, APU's running. Cabin temp's good. We are on going over to ground power. And the passengers are disembarking. Stop the clock. 1 hour 27 minutes flight time. Awesome. Good to go. Hey guys, do you want to guys see me fly the flight factor now? Would you be interested in another hour, hour and a half flight? We could take the flight factor down to San Diego. Continue down the coast. Give me a shout in the chat. Let me know if you want to see that. And by the way, let me show off this freeware scenery. This is another Mr. X scenery. This is freeware too. Mr. X San Francisco. It is beautiful. San Fran International. Even downtown he modeled. He even modeled the bridges and the boats and everything. And the traffic going over the bridge he modeled too. And actually, let me go ahead and disconnect from Pilotedge and do a quick replay. Yeah, I'll do a quick replay here. First, I'm going to do a wing view coming over. Yeah, speeding it up a little bit. Here we go. That's when I got low on the approach, but recovered it. I'll take that any day. That wind flex is not bad. Here we go. Not bad. Even the reversers are animated. Awesome. Let's do it from the other wing. Two right pylons and approach lights. There we go, coming in. Ah, beautiful. Look at all the details from the RG mods. I'm gonna do another one from my favorite angle. Oh, look at those winglets, man. Those scimitars. Perfect. Let's see if I bounced it. Not sure if I did or not. I'll take that. Nice. Love this plane, love this plane. And one more view from the tower. Here she comes with the flare. Nice. Hey, I like it. I'll take that landing any day. Yeah, that threshold view is beautiful. It is a good view when you're landing. Let's see if I can get that same runway view. Nah, it's a wrong runway. All right. Back it up one more time. Yeah, I did screw up this landing though. I descended too low playing around with the FMC. Almost did was it Asiana Airways when they hit the threshold right there.
200.
Yeah, this is the view. Center line. All right, enough of that. Alright guys, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to sign off right now. Come back and jump into the flight factor. I've got to go, I just realized I have to go do the update on the flight factor for some new update that just came out. So once everything is updated and I verify it works, we're going to jump into flight factor again and do another flight. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate you watching me. Hit that subscribe button to get the notification of when I'm jumping back online, alright? Thanks a lot guys for joining me on stream. Alright, see you in a little bit. Thanks.